So, last week on the Basement Beats, I played DuckTales for an hour and failed miserably at it. So, this week I've decided to go with a little bit of an easier game to start off with, that being Life Force, a game that in the past I could beat. I don't know if I can still beat it. I would assume because you have the Konami code, which gives you 30 guides, it should be pretty simple for me to beat it. That being said, we'll find out. Oh, I messed up the code. Well, we'll try it with two guys first. I gotta get warmed up. It's been a long time since I played this game. This is one of the first games I think I ever beat on the N.E.S. It was a game that... Oh, for God's sakes. Give me a patient. Turned on my phone, sorry. Also, you will hear the herd of elephants upstairs because they always walk around and do stuff while we're playing. In every bit of an attempt to... Damn it. Make it as much of a struggle as possible for me. Anyway, so yeah, this was one of the first games I believe I ever beat. I used to go to my uncle's house. He had it. And play it there. I didn't own the game originally. Because I could play it at my uncle's house and there was no reason for me to own it, ultimately. So... Woo. Woo. But that being said, yeah, I'm still pretty good at it. It's pretty much your standard shooter game type deal. Suck. There's nothing real fancy to it, and like I said, it's pretty simple. Oh, the giant teeth. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they look like giant teeth to me. Like fangs. Yeah, I would play this for many hours. I get together with my buddies and over at my uncle's and play through it. So that's going to be the attempt. That being said, once I beat this game, I think I'm going to play... I'm going to start some RPG. So next week I'll be playing an RPG, and ultimately I can probably chat a little bit better if I'm playing an RPG anyway. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so I died. Let's see if I did it right that time. I did it right! Guarantee I beat it this time. Like I said, it's been a lot of years. Just gonna skip that one. I think you can get all of these. I believe it's possible. I really sucked there. But it's cool, you get to select your little power-ups down at the bottom. Ultimately, it reminded me a lot of Cobra Triangle, a N.E.S. game that I did own. Actually, the first N.E.S. game I ever bought with my own money. Looked super cool, and I picked it up, and it plays a lot like that in the fact that, other than the fact you're in space, it's a shooter, and you kind of select, oh god damn it, you kind of select your own power-ups as you go along. And there was a time when I could probably play through this whole game and beat it without dying. That time has long since passed. So, I'm just hoping to be able to play through this game, period. Even with dying, and be able to complete it. I know that most people are like, total amateur. Oh, also, I apologize once again for the people who just joined the chat room. I'm an hour late because OBS just continuously crashes on my computer now, which is my preferred method of streaming, but I always got another week to figure it out for the next one. So, that being said, I was going to go long tonight too anyway. I was going to go 2 hours, but now it's looking like it's only going to be an hour. Play through this and start something else. Because last week I didn't beat anything. Sorry, I've been sick. I was very sick all weekend, so if I cough, I will try to turn away from the mic. But if I cough in your ear, I apologize in advance, because I know that sucks. And ultimately, I am not, you know, a #1 streamer, and I don't prepare well, because I'm a busy man, so, yeah. I'm just the guy that'll do it. Ooh, first boss! The giant brain. The elephants continue to drop things upstairs. I have a 1-year-old upstairs. My daughter is upstairs, and I should have picked Monday nights because she's usually gone on Monday nights, but sometimes last night, I did dad time. It was really fun, actually, but, that being said, most Mondays my wife and daughter are gone, so it would have been a good night to choose to stream when the house is nice and quiet. Instead, I chose Tuesdays, and so be it. I'm not really even sure what the story in this game is. 100% fair. You're some kind of space fighter jet, and you're killing things. And you switch to this style stage. Excuse me. It's one of the things I like about the game, too, is some diversity to it. It switches back and forth from one style to the next. Now I'm getting power-ups. Sorry, I'm concentrating. As I said, I'm far from amazing at games, so I will do my best to keep the conversation rolling, especially with a voice that could disappear at any time. Oh, there we go, some N.E.S slowdown. Well, that sucks. Better choice is. I probably chose poorly. There's some more N.E.S slowdown. This is another game. Another thing about the game is, like, when you have all your power-ups, the game is pretty easy. Once those Ooh, this is a lot more difficult than I remember, I guess. Once you lose your power-ups, it does get hard. I wanted to go on that side, but... whatever. We're just going for it. I'd like to put another game on the wall. In the basement. Suck. God, am I terrible. Start saving up to get all of my my power-ups back. Stop screaming, for God's sakes. This is always interesting when you're going through and carving your path. I think I'm getting close to the boss, though. I do remember the last stage being incredibly difficult. Not because it's necessarily all that difficult. There's the escape sequence, which is kind of like Flashman stage in Mega Man 2. Woo! No, I'm just tanking lives. Whatever. I've got continuous and 30 guys. Should be able to do something. Well, that isn't even the boss. That was a mini-boss. Damn it. Fooled me. This game I probably haven't played since the 90s, so... Now it's boss time. Is this the... Yeah, he's got the spin thing. You gotta... Seems like he's like changing speeds and arm length randomly. I don't know. All right, boss 2 down. So moving forward. This is the fire level. I will die a lot in this, especially since I don't remember where everything comes out. Come on, give me an option. No option. Okay. Well. One nice thing is most things in here are destroyable. There are... Fuck you. God's sakes. Those. Some of those memories that you just lose as you get older. At this point, usually you have firepower and options and all kinds of stuff going on. And as soon as you die, it's downhill rapidly. God's sakes! I don't remember it being this hard. But yes. It also kind of sucks not having sound. Sound is very useful in the N.E.S. era. There's a lot of audio cues. God, I remember this game being way easier than this. Touch the bottom. Lame. I also remember you when you die, you kept your little blobbies, but I am not going to beat this stage. I'm going to have to continue. Oh. Usually you got the double speed going on. You can move around. It's amazing how everything is way easier when you're a kid. Depending on what the boss is, maybe I can... Oh, maybe I can. I don't think I will, though. I think I'll probably be here. I remember it gets faster and faster and faster. Yep. I know that there's a weak spot. I just don't know what that weak spot is, and I can't hear, so the audio cues as to what his weak spot is, not doing so gooder. So, we're just playing guess. Yeah! Did beat it. Yay. So 3 stages down. Maybe this will join the Wall of Fame after all. Alright. Actually, is this the last stage? This could be. I don't remember. For God's sakes. As I've mentioned many times now, I'm pretty terrible at most games, so expect a lot of the basement beats being me sucking. Yep. Sorry, gonna be quiet, concentrating. Wish I would have got that. Game over, but I can continue. Alright. Try number 2. That's something that I think as gamers we take a lot of for granted, is like the whole modern era. You get saves and restart whenever you want, and etc, etc. This is an era when this is one of the few games that has enough saves and such or continues, and with the Konami code it's very easily beaten. There was a lot of games in this era that were ungodly difficult, and when I get to them, I will probably get dominated on them on the regular. I'm fairly certain of that there will be a lot of me failing to beat games because, as I've said, I'm mostly terrible at games. Not strategy, not RPG. Not something that I can probably beat easily. Not that I'm the world's greatest strategy RPG player. Not that I'm the world's greatest strategy or RPG player. I like to think I'm pretty good at strategy games, or at least figuring things out that work in strategy games. I wish I had lasers. Now I'm just going to dodge through the Destructo Disc minefield here. That was kind of cheap, but sure, whatever. Knew that was coming. for whatever reason. I don't know why I would think that, but you can. Alright. Continuing to move forward. I may actually beat a game. There's still a lot of opportunity for failure here. I don't want to get cocky yet. I believe if you can survive the initial onslaught here, it's not quite as bad as it. Alright. Going through the rib cage, so obviously the boss is going to be a giant skull. And as a result, you get bullet hell. Things don't even move. They move like enemies. They don't move like bullets. They're not. Can't destroy them. It makes it equally difficult. Yeah, I remember not having to use the Konami code to beat this game. So. I believe you can destroy the eyes. I don't remember though. I know that they don't disappear. They just keep coming back. Maybe the eyes are what I have to destroy? I don't know. That was close. Nope, you don't have to destroy the eyes. So there we go, another stage down. Oh yeah, okay. I do remember this. I want this. Pac-Man rocks. I always thought they would look like little Pac-Man guys. They suck that bad. I think these things burst into. Yep. Nope. Ass kickings. And if you got missiles here, you don't gotta worry about those guys in the bottom, but I do not. These guys follow you around. They'll come back from behind you sometimes and cheap you out. I remember that. It's amazing how much you can remember from your childhood sometimes. Like I said, it's been 17-ish years since. Since I played this game. Since I played most N.E.S games. Oh boy, this is gonna turn out awesome. I think actually the secret is to stay at the very front of the screen on that, but I don't remember. I know there's a secret to it. And watch me miss all of the power of pellet things. Whatever. Oh, hey. think you can actually farm a little bit here, but being that I'm getting my ass beat, I'm just going to attempt to finish this. I'm sure that there's people out there that are going to watch this and be like, boy, you are terrible. And you know what? You are right. I am terrible, so I can't even argue with you. Like a sweet spot, basically. Hits in without threatening myself. God's sakes. Yep, not finishing this one. Alright. 3 guys. Sakes. Part of it is I'm not that good with the controls right yet. I'm getting used to the screen is going to scroll, and I'm going to be moving. It can be a little bit of a struggle. We'll continue again, because I believe this is getting close to the end of the game. Hopefully this is getting close to the end of the game, and I can beat it and add it to the wall of fame. Fuck you! Whatever. Double speed. It's also very difficult to continue talking and concentrate on playing any game. It's a skill that most streamers have, but I do not. As I said, I'm primarily streaming because Timely, who was our original choice for streamer, has gone away to college, and nobody else will do it, so it's me, and I kind of enjoy it, I'll be honest. It's an excuse to play games, but sakes, bullet hell. This isn't even a bullet hell, it's the worst part. Basically, this requires hand or eye coordination. I don't have that. Someday I will not suck. Slowdown double fucks you in this game because it slows down most everything, including your shots, but the screen keeps moving. Trying to kill guys becomes incredibly difficult. We're going for it. Oh, I'm definitely going for it. Alright. I've already lost 11 guys. Fuck. I am terrible. I know there's at least one more vertically scrolling stage to come. Which leads me to believe that this, just when I start getting stuff, I fuck up. Hear my daughter crying upstairs. I'm sure you guys can probably all hear it too. It's weird being an adult. What's really strange for me is just, like, all this live streaming, YouTube, all that stuff wasn't around when I was a kid, but, like, I feel like we would have been all over it. Except for the fact that we weren't poor, but there also wasn't a whole ton of money floating around. So as a result, I feel kind of like, maybe we may have done some stuff. I mean, we recorded a lot of stuff when we were younger, and I played a ton of video games, so the potential lies that we would have been, I mean, we were basically doing live Let's Plays all the time. When you live in a household where growing up in the Stanaway household, it was pretty much commonplace. Oh my god, I suck at this. Powering through. It was commonplace for there to be people there all the time. And I mean all the time. Any hours of the day, at night, 24 hours a day, there was always somebody there. And probably playing video games too. This brought, you know, it was an interesting environment to be in. It was a lot of fun. You always had something going on. So I would go to sleep. I'd say I'd go to sleep at night, but I didn't sleep a whole lot at night then. And then I would wake up, and there would be people there. All the time. When I went to sleep, people were there. When I woke up, people were there. So it was a cool environment to grow up in. I'm sure there's a lot of stories like that. A lot of people dealt with kind of the same thing. I was lucky enough to have parents who kind of had an open door policy and let us do that at any given time growing up. The back door to my house would be open. Oh, good God. Would be open, and anybody who wanted to stop on in could stop on in. Actually, a lot. I'm not going to say a lot, but several of the basement dwellers actually lived in the basement at some point or another. Because it was kind of an open house. Now I think you probably call that a flop house, but I never felt like it was a flop house. It was a safe place for people to come hang out. We weren't doing nothing illegal or anything. It was just video games and random recording stuff, and of which most of that random recorded stuff, I still have portions of it, but a lot of the people that are in those videos would rather those videos not be shown, and I get it. We're grown-ups now. Everybody has careers and jobs that, if they happen to stumble upon these videos on the internet, it probably would not be appreciated. So yeah, I get it 100%, but that would be the reason why you don't see those videos just all over our channel. Just trust me, I'd love to put them up. There's some classic stuff in there. I'm pretty sure this is the last stage. I don't know if I have a continue left. I hope so. Hope it didn't take me 60 guys to get to the last stage. But I do know that there is a, like I said, a Flashman style section in this stage, and man, is it hard. This is where the missiles are nice. Kill these little guys before they can shoot off the wall. Donut spitters. I don't know if I think there's a trick to this. I don't know, somebody who's watching this later in the recorded version on the channel, let me know. I don't know. This may have been a arcade game. I don't remember it being in the arcades. But living in northern Minnesota, you don't exactly get access to the best and brightest of arcade. Oh, for God's sakes! Not the top-notch arcade country up here. I'm in northern Minnesota. Not a whole lot of people. It's just kind of... Yeah, not making it. 2 guys is not enough. Especially since that guy evidently can turn around. Is this the escape section? I don't remember. I think that if I killed this... If I kill this guy, I can blow that thing up. And then it's the escape section. I guess I could get lucky. Alright. We'll see if on 2 guys I can get... But if nothing else, I've got the high score. Yay, high score. Oh. Like I said, very much a Mega Man 2 Flashman deal going on here. I just feel like that's something that you just have to have memorized. That's not a reaction thing. I still have a continue. So you guys gotta watch this stage again. Watch me suck at it, but whatever. I got 29 times to die this time. For God's sakes. just want to beat a game. So yeah, a lot of our older content now is finishing up on the channel, on our YouTube channel. So for anybody who's interested in what we normally do, starting to be a good time to get into. You can see the conclusions to several of our series, and there's creative projects on the radar, and good God, slow down. And a lot of new stuff starting, so new, exciting, and different. Once again, elephants are stomping around upstairs as much as I expect. And, yeah. Stop in and give it a watch. If you don't like it, that's fine. We basically do it because we enjoy it. So, everybody has their own opinions. Once again, this series is ultimately about... We're doing it for a little while. Kind of judge if people start showing up en masse. I mean, most of the night tonight, there's been 3 people in this room. Which is not enough to keep me streaming on the regular. Not from a financial standpoint, but I did that the last time too. Just from me having to talk and have all the conversation in the chat room myself gets a little bit tedious. As a result, in a month or two, if I'm still coming in on Tuesday nights and this is what I'm dealing with, probably won't be streaming regularly on Tuesday nights, but for the time being, I'm here every Tuesday, normally at 7 p.m. Tonight I didn't get on until 8 p.m. because of OBS crashing, and continuing to crash over and over again. And the even worse part about it is it was crashing, and the crash message was not just like popping up, it was popping up behind OBS. So the first time it did it, I was waiting for it to, like, I just thought it was, for whatever reason, struggling to load my capture card. Which, ultimately, yes, it was struggling to load my capture card too, because my capture card software needed to be upgraded, but, yeah, so I wasn't even seeing this crash message, so I was trying to figure out what I needed to fix, but there really was nothing I needed to fix. Well, there was stuff I needed to fix, but it wasn't that the stuff I thought was messed up, because OBS was crashing and just hanging there, so. Oh, this time, 15. Should be able to make it with 15 guys, as long as I don't suck at this boss, which is always a possibility. He is pretty easy as far as bosses go. Not like he shoots 10 million... God, now that I've said that, I'm terrible. Didn't shoot 10 million attacks at you. Ooh, 4 grapes. Yay! Alright. 13 guys for the exit. And it'll be about an hour, so. It's not too bad. See, I've thought about that, Kevin Ducky. And that's a full possibility. The thing is on Sundays, when there's a pay-per-view, Monday night, I am pretty much toast. Oh boy. Oh, I'm terrible. Oh. Yay, I did it! Oh. Finally get to chalk another one up on the beaten games list. It's actually 3. I have beaten 3 out of the 419 N.E.S games I have, so got a long ways to go in just the N.E.S library, and that keeps growing. So as a result, I don't know if I'll ever beat them all. But maybe with guests and such, maybe I'll eventually get through them. And as you can see, the game starts back over. Yeah. You start from the beginning again. But I'm not doing that, as the hour is up and I have to be up for work in about 7 hours, and I still have to pack my lunch for tomorrow and do laundry and lots of yuck. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Not sure what I'm going to play on the next one. Yes, under 1%, I know. But we'll figure it out when we get there. Once again, I am Stan with The Basement. And thanks for watching. We'll see you then. Captain Ducky, we will talk to you later.